Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. In this lesson here, inshallah, we're going to be speaking about al-kalam, speech in the Arabic language, and how speech is broken down into three things. So in the Arabic language, Arabic speech is broken down to three things. That means that any single speech in Arabic, any single writing in Arabic, any single text in Arabic is going to be made up of these three things. You're never going to find a word in the Arabic language that's not a ism, a noun, a harf, a particle, or a fi'al, a verb. A ism is, for example, kitabun, which means a book, or baytun, which means a house, or siyara, which means a car. A harf is a particle. A particle are things like fi, which means in, la, which means no, min, which means from. These small words that are used as conjunctions, and that are used as prepositions, and that are used to answer questions as yes or no. Then we have al-fi'lu. Al-fi'lu is a verb, which is very simple. It's a word that indicates an action, like dhahaba, which means he went, khalaqa, which means he created, abada, which means he worshipped. So any single word I'm going to find in the Arabic language is going to be one of these three things, and I'm never going to find any word that's not one of these three things in Arabic speech. Now that being said, there are many different subcategories for each. There are different types of nouns. There's pronouns, for example. There's proper nouns. There's also different types of particles. There are particles of negation. There are particles of conjunctions, and this goes on. And there are different types of verbs. And throughout this course, we're going to be going over the different types of nouns and different types of particles and different types of verbs. In this video here, we're just going to explain in a bit more details the three different types of verbs and also what exactly we mean here by al-harf. So al-fi'lu, the verb, there are three different types of verbs in Arabic in terms of their time and moods. So there's al-madi, which is a past tense verb, which is the verb that indicates that an action happened in the past, like dhahaba, he went. Then we have al-mudara', which is the present/future tense verb, meaning that in the Arabic language, unlike in the English language, both the present tense and the future tense are referred to with the same word, al-mudara', and they're formed with the same form. يذهب is the mudara' verb, and it can mean he is or will go depending on the context. So يذهب is both the present/future tense. What will let me know which one it is the context, but not necessarily the form. Unlike in English where he went, or he is going is in the present tense, when he will go is in the future tense. Then we also have al-amr. Al-amr is the imperative tense, which is the verb of command, the verb that you use to command somebody to do an action, like idhab, which means go, or qul, which means say. So we have a note here that further clarifies that the present and future tense in Arabic take the same form, unlike in English. So in mudari is both the present/future tense at the same time, yadhabu, and the context is what's going to determine which one it is in terms of its meaning. Now let's go and talk a bit more about what we mean by al-harf. So the word harf can mean two different things depending on the context in the Arabic language. We have huruf al-hija'i and we have huruf al-ma'ani. Huruf al-hija'i are letters of the alphabet. So alif, ta, ba, fa, and so on and so forth. And all the other letters of the Arabic alphabet. These are called huruf al-hija'i. So the word harf, it can sometimes come to mean a letter. And then we have huruf al-ma'ani, which are particles that have meanings. And this is one of the three categories that we're talking about here. So when we say al-harf, the particle, we don't mean a letter. We mean what? We don't mean huruf al-hija'i. We mean huruf al-ma'ani, particles that have meaning. Ala, on, fi, in, min, from, wa, and, aw, or, and the list goes on. So these are particles that form one of the three parts of speech. So that in a very brief sense are the three different things that make up Arabic speech.